Yours are so short.
Yeah. Day of the EVO. She's a curse that I no longer want. A little early on that more. So now we can relate a little bit more on what I was talking about earlier of the EVO, and we are finally going to be over and done with it. A lot of you may not understand what's going on, and out of nowhere we no longer are going to have the EVO. So reason being is, since we had the car, we had content from the beginning and then it kind of went away. We registered the car, and I have owned this car before, as I've told you guys, and it's been registered 6 different times in Washington since it got a rebuilt salvage title and junk title in Colorado. And that was back in 2014 when the car only had 30,000 miles on it. Now it has 120,000 miles, and it's been in Washington ever since. So when I went and registered the car, there was no issues. They gave me plates, registration, you know, and then 3 weeks later the title came in the mail like standard, like it always does. But then where it gets interesting is a couple weeks later I received a letter from the state stating they had made a mistake and the car is a junk title and not able to be driven on the roadway or to be driven at all. So they said they're canceling the plates and canceling the registration of the car, so it can no longer be driven until the issue is fixed. And so obviously I reached out to the number on there to call them, and they kind of redirected me over to Colorado to sort out what's going on, even though it's been registered here, you know, 6 different owners over the last 7 years now. They didn't understand what was going on either, so I called over to Colorado and they were pretty unhelpful. They just stated that the car has a salvage junk title and it's had one since 2014 and they're not going to change it, and that is what it is. So then I reached back to Washington and they said as long as it has that label or status on the title, that it will no longer be able to be registered in the state of Washington. So they didn't have any way of me to go. They pretty much said, you know, you can either park the car out or take it to like a scrapyard and sell it to them. So obviously I was pretty frustrated at that point after us putting all the money in the car to make it actually drivable and enjoyable again. And there's still several things that could have been fixed on the car. So at that time we ended up driving the car for a little bit longer, and then we were just finally to the point where we were done. So I posted the car up this morning. Some of you guys I noticed were commenting on there, and I made it very apparent that the car had a salvage junk title and not being able to be registered. It did sell within an hour of posting, so we are now on our way right now to deliver it to its new owner, which may or may not want to be on camera. I'm not too sure. We ended up trading it for a car that I think a lot of you guys will like, since this is mostly a Subaru channel. That kind of gives you a hint. I will be showing that car once we get it. Like I said, I don't know if he's going to want to be on camera or not, but that kind of gets you guys up to speed of what's going on with the EVO and why we're getting rid of it, because it's supposed to be her daily driver, and it's not really that much of a daily driver because we're having these issues with it. Obviously, if the plates and everything are getting canceled, then we're not going to want to drive it and obviously risk getting in trouble and getting the car impounded and going down that road. So we're just going to go ahead and wash our hands. No matter what, I'm going to lose money on the car. There was the route of parting it out, and I could have got a lot of my money back from it, but to be honest with you guys, I don't want to have any more of my time in the car or wait. We've been looking at other daily drivers for her as well, and that includes selling this car so we can get something. So this is kind of going to be, you know, a stepping stone, I guess. We're trading it for another car so I can get the money out of the car. That's pretty much what it's going to be. So it's not going to be all my money, but it's going to be, you know, at least 3/4 of it, maybe a little bit over half. You know, so I am obviously losing money on it, but you got to do what you got to do. And unfortunately, that is the side of buying and selling cars. You know, never thought I would run into this issue, especially with a car I've owned before, but you know, it happened. I'm not going after the previous owner because he didn't have any issues. You know, I reached out to him. He had a title. There was no issues. It was in Washington just like I had before. It's just now, for whatever reason why, it got flagged in their system. So just a shitty end of the deal. I made sure when I posted it that no one's going to get screwed over. They fully acknowledge and know the state of the car and not being able to be registered. Yes, it might be able to be registered in another state, but that's not my intentions, not the way I put it. It is just how I'm stating it. So we are being very thorough with our bill of sale, also stating that the car has the junk title. So just being safe on every side. We're on our road trip now. We spent all morning trying to get this trailer. Josh had moved away. Sorry, I was looking at a truck there. Pretty certain that's a truck. You can see the truck. A friend of ours, well, sorry, her brother just got a new truck, a diesel truck. And I was just taking a look at it. But Josh has moved away, so I no longer have access to his trailer, and I have yet to buy one. So with that being said, I had to go ahead and get a U-Haul trailer, which they ran us all over town trying to find one today. Luckily we got one. We got on the road. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon here, and we had about 5-hour drive to do each way. So we're on that trip now. I will show you guys when we get there what we got, and if he wants to be on camera, then you guys will get to meet who the owner is of the EVO now.
Can't do it. Are you gonna buy EVO again?
Fuck no. I don't even care. We can add that on YouTube. Hell no. You see, EVOs, nice cars. They just don't like me. That's just what it is. I'm just destined not to have a running driving EVO, or to have an EVO that's able to go onto the road. It's just not going to happen.
How many EVOs have you had?
Enough to realize I'm an idiot for keep buying them. That's how many.
You've had how many EVO 8 and 9s? Like 5?
Something like that.
And I've had 2 EVO 10s.
Yes.
And the 2 I've had, we bought and back twice and sold twice.
Yes.
I think we're done buying EVOs.
Pretty over them, you know, unless it's like something to buy and fix and use for YouTube or sell. Probably still not gonna buy them.
They're really pretty though.
Now in the comments, someone's gonna put one down there that's really cheap. That intrigued me, but no, we're not doing it. Nope, not happening.
We'll
It's
see.
time for something new.
We'll see. I don't believe you.
Whoa.
You'll buy one.
EVO 8.
No, EVO 10.
No. Hell no.
We've never had a black one.
We are not getting a black EVO 10 or EVO again. No.
What about an MR?
No. I already offered an MR before. You didn't want one. Like, it's an automatic.
Because if you're going to get an EVO, why would you get an automatic?
You know, pal, everyone's going to destroy us in the comments and be like, it's a DCT transmission. It's a dual clutch transmission. It's not an automatic. I understand. But it's an automatic.
Okay, WRX or Focus RS?
I'm leaning towards the WRX, which every one of you damn guys in here want more stupid FA content.
But that FRS though.
But the FRS. You mean the Focus RS? The FRS? You want to fucking?
RS.
You want a BRZ now?
No.
All right. Well,
Focus RS.
I'm sure some of you guys follow us on Instagram and you saw old Flatfoot Beast over here in the Focus RS.
They're enjoyable.
Yeah. Now she wants one. When she told me I don't like hatches,
I don't like hatches.
but you like those ones.
I like those. Only those ones. And then other ones.
Well,
Maybe that'll be a trip next weekend.
Whoa, getting me to spend more money. No.
Toodles.
Bye. Here we are, guys. We are all the way in Hood River, which is a good bit from home, and it's actually warmer here, even though he wants to lie to me. No.
It's cold.
Here's Matt. He is going to be the new proud owner of the EVO 10. So, she's going to be going to a good home. I'm really happy. And behind us, bam. I know a lot of you are going to be happy. Everyone wants to see a GR STI on the channel, so I know the wife is not happy with this decision.
So pretty.
She does not like patches, so we're gonna get in trouble. We got another subscriber from the channel. Hi. Putting you on the camera.
He's like, damn it, not me.
We gotta tell him our odd story of, you know, we have a GMC Chevy, he has a Ford, he had the STI, and we have the EVO. So now we're switching roles.
Yep.
You got the dark side.
Yep.
You literally have the dark side.
Yeah. True, true, true.
He did tell me, in fact, he does have a heated tailgate though. So we're just gonna get all loaded up. That's all I'm gonna do for putting him on camera, and we are gonna get out of here. So I'll show you guys more of the car when we can. There, if you want to go on your hooks there.
Yep, yep, they're good. Sweet, that was easy.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
So is it like an ACT clutch in it?
Yeah, it's a comp stage 3.
Comp? Okay. Oh, that's right, you use something.
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
I use ACT.
Oh,
Good. We're good.
You're gonna turn the key in. Look at them working headlights.
That's true. At least the same color.
Yeah.
Oh, that bumper though.
You go. That's what I'm like.
There we go, guys. We got the STI on our nice U-Haul trailer that we had to go rent. She is on, ready to go. Evo is on her new home. Look, he's ready. Yeah. We're having a good time. It's actually really fun to catch up and meet some of you guys. And we are going to get back on the road because we got about a 5-hour drive. But boy, does this truck sound good. She's doing a champ. So let's get back on the road, guys. Well, we are finally home after a long 5-hour trip. It is now midnight. I'm just going to leave the car on the trailer for tonight. Tomorrow, I'll come back out, get that thing off, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. We are back out here. A little short-lived nap, I guess you would call it, because I need to get this trailer back this morning. I was actually supposed to take it back last night, but how late it was, they didn't tell me any kind of drop-off instructions, so I wasn't going to risk driving the 45 minutes for them to have all their gates shut. So went ahead, just left it, and they charged me a little bit more. It is what it is. But I wanted to talk about the new hatch, because a lot of you are going to be like, well, what are you going to do with the hatch? And to be honest with you guys, unless this car really comes off as we really do like it a lot, it's not going to stick around. So obviously with the EVO, we knew it was going to be harder to sell the car and get our money out of it. So once we did find someone that did want the car and had this, it made more sense to pick up this, because I think that I will be able to pull my money out of this car better and easier. So we went ahead, picked up this hatch STI that is actually really clean, guys. It only has 130,000 miles on it. It got a new motor at 105,000 miles, and that is one of the things with the car that I want to talk about. So you guys wanted to see GR content, and you guys have been saying it. As you can see, we have more in the background there. This car has a lifter tick, is what he told me. Obviously these don't really have, I mean, they have buckets, but they don't really have lifters, so it's not as simple as a valve adjustment on these cars. He said when he put the motor in, he went through everything, and the motor had come out of a wrecked car. It had 50,000 miles on it, so my assumption is it had jumped time at once upon a time when it got in an accident. So that means it most likely bent valves. That's usually what this tick noise is. So I bought it knowing it had that. He said he would fix it before trading, but I told him I would feel more comfortable if I ended up fixing it instead. So went ahead, picked up the car. That is going to be our plan. We're going to take these heads off, get them all rebuilt, obviously do new head gaskets, new valve cover gaskets, new timing belt, you know, check out the water pump, check out the clutch, probably do a new clutch in the car, things like that. All things that will help it sell. So if any of you are going to be interested in this car, just go ahead and leave a comment down below or reach out through email. It is a rebuilt title car, guys. It is not a clean title. Thankfully, this is not going to be a scenario of the EVO, but I've had plenty of rebuilt title cars before. This one actually is really clean. Probably looks like the nicer job of being fixed. I don't see any frame damage as of yet. I'll be definitely looking at it more when I pull the motor out or see where I can see where it got hit, because neither of us knew. He's had the car for about 2 or 3 years, I believe he said, and it was for his wife. Car's pretty much stock, has a intake and downpipe and stock exhaust. That's all. So it's gonna be several videos of cleaning this thing up, getting it ready to sell, obviously, and kind of giving you guys some content. So that's gonna be the plans with the car. Hopefully some of you aren't let down. Obviously it does give you some content. As far as what we're gonna get for the wife for a daily, I'm not really sure yet. She doesn't really like hatches, but she can drive this in the meantime. It does drive really nice. Like I said, the motor went in at 105,000 miles. It's been having that tick noise ever since then. They put 25,000 miles on it without an issue. I'm sure it's very subtle. I'm sure, you know, it's down a little bit of compression by having that, but we're gonna get that fixed and we're gonna get this thing cleaned up. It's gonna be 100%. I think we're gonna put some wheels on it, front lip on it, you know, the basics of really cleaning this thing up, and it's really gonna turn it around. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead and get the truck started, get this thing fired up, and get this thing off the trailer so I can go drop this trailer off. But no better way to end the video out than a cold start for the boys. Woo. Drop the keys. That never gets old. And some of you might comment about the rake on the truck too. I do know that it's got the Cali lean like no other right now, and I do plan on probably putting bags in the rear to raise it up. You can tell. A little bit down in the back, front is up when you have a trailer on it. So I do plan on doing that before Texas, but that's gonna wrap up this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane.